Hey, B-Siders. Welcome to another episode of Bravo for the B-Side. This is Jim,
And this is Danny.
and we have a movie to talk about.
We usually do.
And we usually do. I just feel like it's important to say that for this right off the bat.
Are you trying to convince yourself that it's a movie?
Could be.
Uh huh.
Could be.
Uh huh.
I'm conditioning the audience. They've
Okay.
heard the word movie, and that's what they're going to be expecting, so that's what they will visualize and eventually accept.
Yeah. Not what we are going to present.
um, we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's see what's going on. Trying to think.
Uh, Artemis.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's not entertainment industry, is it?
Well, it
But
is
it is
entertaining to
exciting.
me.
It is exciting because this is the first time since the Apollo program was canceled that we've had someone loop the moon. And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, big deal." It is extremely important because we can send as many remote control rockets into space as we want, and SpaceX can launch and land shit till we're blue in the face. But until we get people on board and start that process, we're not ever going to go further than the moon,
Yeah.
ever. And I think a lot of good came from space exploration. A lot of good came from us going to the moon. Yes, it's expensive, but we could get 1,000 other podcasters together, chain our episodes together, and it would take probably 400,000 hours of airtime talking about all the shit we spend money on that we shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
The government, right? NASA's one of them that needs the money
Yeah.
because there is so much to find out there, and we have spent little time doing it. We've just sent, basically drones, probes, and so,
Yeah.
and we've learned a lot. But can you imagine if we keep advancing rocket technology for speed? You know, how further out can we get? Maybe not to Mars straight away, but wouldn't it be nice to have a manned expedition to halfway between us and Mars?
Right.
What's there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and then there is the live feed for the crew, and it's I like we cover B movies and independent film, but I'm really excited at the concept of like a film being made in space.
Right? We've simulated it. Ron Howard for Apollo 13 rented the Air Force plane that goes up and down for
Hmm.
the floaty bits and built little sets in there so they
Yeah,
could get the realism. I think that would be incredible
I think
to
so.
to shoot something in space. The movie you want to see, uh, Hail Mary
Oh, Project Hail
or
Mary.
Project Hail Mary. Could you imagine if they could have shot that like on IIS,
I know,
or
or
ISS?
ISS.
Yeah, International Space Station,
Yeah,
and
that's
some
true.
someone will make a lot of money because Hollywood will pay. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
I got to book some time in the orbiting studio.
And how many
Sweet.
people would pay to go see the first movie made in space?
Oh, I know I would.
Yeah,
And I'm stingy as hell these
and it
days,
doesn't even matter if it's a shit movie.
right? Just to see it done. It's exciting because we're entering another era. Hopefully, it'll continue. And it's like what we talked about with filmmaking, right? Way back in the 18 or mid and late 1800s when this was all coming about, we'll never have that. We'll never have something that never existed in
Yeah,
terms of film. Boom. And what happens to us? Yes, we've been to space. Yes, we've had space exploration. But I just think what could we do if we could put an orbit between Earth and Mars and put people on there? What kinds of things would they find out? What things would they find out without the influence of the Earth and the moon? Like right here. How much space exploration can you do with a telescope? Right?
yeah,
We might find something, a little nugget that in 20 years becomes a boulder
yeah.
kind of thing. So that is exciting. And I can see now the litany of films that are going to come out based on this kind of thing,
Oh, absolutely.
most of which will be terrible. and boring, but there'll be a few gems in there, I'm hoping, you
Yeah.
know. Uh let's see. Entertainment wise, I it's weird. You get to a point where there's been so many people passing that I just don't track the names.
Oh,
But I
sure.
know we've had several people leave us, actors, some folks involved in film. It's just been kind of a thing, and we talked about it. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen for the rest of my life. Well, and everybody's. You see the old guard, choo choo choo.
Everybody's lives.
Yeah, until someone hits that immortality thing,
Hmm.
then it's just gonna be, there it is. So yeah, Project Hail Mary, you want to go see that.
I
You
definitely
read
do.
the book, you've been very excited.
Yeah.
Of course, we're not going to cover it ever on this show because it's a major motion picture,
Good, good,
you
good.
know. Yeah, and it does look good. And I listened to you talk about the book the whole time you were reading it, and seeing the little bits of,
That match up.
yeah, and visually, again, I mean, it's a big budget picture, so certainly
Yeah.
they paid a fortune for those rights.
Yeah.
They made it look good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I can't think of any lower end news in our neighborhood. We're still working on script stuff and watching movies.
Always watching
Um,
movies.
yep, added some things to the list, so we'll be diving into those. And I think the next one we'll probably do, spoiler, is not horror.
Okay.
Just just because we got
We've
some
done
out
a lot
there.
of horror
Yeah, and
recently.
I mean, I don't mind, but we're not a horror specific podcast. So,
That's true.
there's a lot of folks who've made some indie films that aren't horror, and they deserve a look. And we have favorited some of them. So, yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Real quick, David Ryan Keith, Scotland horror con
Yes.
thing. His new dude, and I wanted to. He put it out there, and David, if you're listening, I saw it, and I'm just an idiot.
His new monster?
Yeah, so he put it out there on Instagram. Our new villain doesn't have a name yet,
I
and I
know.
almost felt like he was tapping on my door,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh man, but there's no trailer yet, and I need to see something. I wanted to give him some name ideas, but that's fine.
I submitted some name ideas.
Oh, did you?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, the villain's name is Paleface.
Okay. That wasn't mine.
I'm sorry,
I liked mine better. Sorry, David.
but so yeah, that's going around. I saw something interesting pop up on my feed, and I just want to mention this. So AI, the biggest thing on Instagram is so and so at age 20, so and so now, so and so at age 17, whatever part they played or something, and then they
Yeah.
have the how old they are now, 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
70s. Um, David Howard Thornton made it into one of those. They had Gary Oldman as Dracula. They had I can't remember, Michael Rooker as something. All these people, and then whoosh, David Howard Thornton, and then behind him was
Terrifier.
yeah,
It's art.
art. And I thought that is sweet because that means 100% mainstream, right? Because it's still indie or B movie
It
slash
is.
slash, right? Um, But, having talked to David, he's just such a cool guy. And I've
Yeah.
seen
Go
him
back and
do,
listen to our episode if you can.
yeah, uh, early on, early on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really cool to see that happen. Not just for him, right? But for the whole production. The whole production. I love seeing these things. We have, and it's a rare thing, we have seen the birth of a cult classic. We have seen the birth of a cult phenomenon,
Yeah.
and it is just nothing's going to stop it. It's great. It's great. I've got an Art the Clown figure that you printed and then
Painted.
painted, which
Yeah.
is, uh, you have one that I bought for you. Um, It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's articulated.
Yeah, mine just stands there, but it's way better.
Oh, you're sweet.
He's all bloody up,
He is all bloodied up.
and it looks cool.
I did do a pretty good job painting that one.
You did an excellent job
Yeah.
painting that one. Um, so yeah, that's just mention that, and no real big news in the indie world.
Right. Well, why don't you wait?
Your
Why
turn.
don't I tell us about this movie?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yes.
This movie's called Doll Shark. It was released in 2022, directed by Anthony Polonia and Mark Polonia, written by Alan Wyoming, starring Danielle Donahue, River Dalton, and Kevin Coolidge. It not rated, obviously.
Right.
You about the budget.
Yes.
The Indiegogo campaign set a goal of $1,000. I sincerely hope that this movie did not cost $1,000.
I mean, there's things we can talk about.
So, here's the plot, or the logline.
Yes.
A seemingly harmless plush toy is inhabited by the evil spirit of a killer shark.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is exactly what happened.
Yeah. There are some taglines from IMDb, two
Yeah.
taglines that I wanted to pull out,
Yeah.
just so that everyone could get the full experience of this film. You're going to need a bigger toy box. That's one of them.
Mm.
Just when you thought it was safe to dig in the toy box.
I won't do any more than that because that already could get flagged. Copyright.
There's two notes. You're fine.
I don't know. Okay, so folks, we're going to talk about Doll Shark. Before we dive into this, it becomes crystal clear. We saw the trailer. It just happened to start playing because we were flipping through something, and it was curious and interesting, right? The trailer was actually fairly decent.
I mean, the trailer was a good trailer for a film.
Yes. Yeah.
But, fairly decent for a trailer about a doll that is a shark.
Well, yeah, and it was intriguing because I'm like, oh, we just got off this,
Clown shark.
Camp Blood clown shark nonsense, and
sir.
and, and this might be fun. Now, I want to talk about this before I get into it. So I was looking at IMDb because I'm going to do the spoiler right now. This is by the exact same people who made Camp Blood Clown Shark. All right. Anthony Polonia has where'd it go? What? I didn't change pages. I don't know. Anyway, he had a litany of stuff that he has worked on for makeup, for effects, and just all kind. I mean, prolific, right?
Okay.
Many, 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 many credits. And the production company that he runs, that is the originator of this saga. There it is. Yes. Okay. So yeah, Camp Blood Clown Shark. Let's see, like special effects, The Stalking, The Last Chainsaw Massacre, Saurians 2, Cocaine Shark, Sharkula. Yeah, yeah. So this is going to be a lot of the same. The all the beats are pretty much the same as Camp Blood Clown Shark. I just feel like it's important to say that. I don't want to lead anybody into thinking this is going to be fun. So they can hit pause right now and go to the next item on their feed and say good enough.
That's bad radio.
Well, you know what? I what's funny is we did convince Lily to sit with us and watch it.
Yeah, our daughter,
Yeah. Um,
who's a teenager.
she was way more entertained by us than the
Watching it.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were very vocal. Uh, yeah. Whatever we have for notes, there was at least 3 times that was spoken out loud, you
It's
know?
true. Yeah.
So, all right. So we have Doll Shark. Let's get into it. I've apologized. I've explained it. I've tried to soften the blow. All right, folks, here it comes. It's hammer time. So we start with a voiceover about a storm. And at some point, it was kind of hectic. At some point, it's telling people to get inside. And then we cut to a dude standing outside in the storm on a dock, um, reaching out into the water. And he's been hunting the devil shark for days,
Mm-hmm.
as he tells us. He tells us it's killed 7 locals, including 2 children. He's getting paid to kill the monster. He has a spear in his hand, and suddenly he's stabbing it, kills it, takes a tooth. Then the shark laughs. So this all happens literally within seconds. We don't see a shark fin. We don't see anything. He just takes this, and it's not even, I call it a spear.
It's a dowel.
Yeah, it's not even as thick as like a broom handle. And he, with all the vigor and ferocity of a Keebler elf,
Yeah.
right? So he killed the devil shark. I
Boom.
feel like
Movie's
story's
over.
over, right? But then we see a shark plushie. The dude is now telling us the shark is from his kid's favorite TV show, and the shark tooth will bring his son good luck. He gets it all into a box and he mails it. I thought, you can't take it to your son, but whatever. Uh, so that ends up on a porch, and this is where the moment of truth hit us.
Yeah, not far into this movie.
Nope. The porch is the same house as Camp Blood Clown Shark, her sister's house, because it has that big sign, "Welcome to the porch."
Welcome to the porch.
Yep. Uh, wasn't coincidence. It's the real deal.
And I went, no.
So a woman comes out to get the package, and she talks like she's loaded. And she calls this kid, her son, Kirby, downstairs. Kirby is excited. Mom is drinking, so that's clear. He opens the box while she sits there and drinks.
Wine.
I mean, yeah, I feel like a seasoned alcoholic would have a better grip on the whole drinking thing, but she looked like this was just thrust upon her, and she's trying to figure it out. Um, the 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 sea shark swim doll, and it's a play on words. See Jane run, sea shark swim, but it's S. Okay. So anyway, Kirby sees it. It's a big hit. So he goes in the living room and immediately puts on the show. And this is a treat. There's animations, a song. They went all out on this one, but 5 seconds would have been enough. This goes on for quite some time. So at this point, I put a note in. I'm a little trepidatious because this is the same group as Camp Blood Clown Shark. Okay, so after the credits, we have a video podcast with 4 people talking about Doll Shark,
The film
the film.
that we're currently watching.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about the plushie, because the whole thing is how toys have gotten so violent lately. So it's a toy shark, and it's not like it's like the show. It's a kid's show. It's like the fucking Teletubbies,
Did
right?
you actually pay attention to whatever it was they were talking about?
I tried. But no. that it just it was so jarring.
Yeah.
All because I was more focused on did something fucking happen, because it has happened where shit's like switched.
Yeah. No,
Like
they were talking about the film Doll Shark, and then they changed to Violent Toys.
oh,
And then they talk about nothing for like a
maybe
long
that's what
time.
threw me. I don't know. This movie would have been at least 200% better if they had not had that whole bit. It served no purpose.
Yeah, because we never go back to it.
Never go back to it, and it was jarring. And we've had instances where Tubi especially has like glitched. We'll start like watching a film, and then all of a sudden, it's like, well, that's an odd cut. And then 3 minutes in, well, is this the same movie?
I know.
And it wasn't. Anyway, so yeah, I just summed it all up as they're talking about nothing important. So, in fact, too much of nothing important. So then we cut back to the house, and there's that tricky driveway. Um,
Yeah.
so Kirby is dreaming, I think.
Yeah.
There's the shark cartoon, and then there's a vision of blood in a bathtub, and then some other assorted things. Then he wakes up. Yeah, it's a bad dream. So his stuffed shark laughs and turns to look at him when he goes to get a drink of water from the bathroom. Kirby gets back into the bed, goes back to sleep. Okay, that piece, we've seen that a bunch of times. I'm okay with that. Doing all right. So now it's the next day. Mom is, of course, passed out on the couch with an empty booze bottle. Kirby comes down with Doll Shark, covers her up, and let's just stop for a second. This little boy who plays Kirby, I'm just going to say he's a solid little man. He's
He is.
he's you know he did the best he could with what he was given, and I think he did better than the grown-ups at doing that. So yeah, he covers up mom and grabs himself a couple of donuts and some water. And when he comes back from the fridge, a bite is missing from his donut, and he's just like, no. Later, mom's on the phone, loaded again, and talking about going somewhere with someone to the shore without Kirby. So he goes to sit outside with Doll Shark, singing that stupid song from that show, because they did it for the movie.
I know they did.
And it's like shark, shark, sharky. It just, yeah, I can't. Don't give me that look.
Don't do it.
You're lucky I didn't get a sound bite.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm terrible.
You're evil.
So then we have a POV of something creeping near him, and then we see a dog, and then we have a POV. And I just, is this the same thing? Because the POV is from this angle, coming like from the corner of the building or something, and the dog is not anywhere near that location.
Right.
So I'm not sure what's happening. But either way, the shark is in plain sight.
Yes.
So it's not Doll Shark. We know that.
Right.
Um,
yeah, because he's holding it.
Yeah. So he goes inside, dropping Doll Shark, and then somehow the dog is suddenly there, and then Doll Shark bites the dog. Kirby turns around and sees Doll Shark on the ground, picks him up, goes inside, sees mom standing by her bed, repeated. We try to figure out if she's trying to pack or what, but she keeps lifting this piece of clothing up and putting it down, not like dropping it.
Right.
Just lift, up, down, up, down. Laundry, packing, I don't know. So then this is so weird. So then Kirby's writing a letter to his dad.
I know.
Wants to know when he'll come back and visit like he promised.
It's heartbreaking, this letter.
It is. And what's even worse is no one taught this kid how to put paper into an envelope, because that was quite the debacle and lasted clearly too long on the screen.
This kid is oddly well adjusted for someone with two shitty parents.
Oh yeah, the character of Kirby gets a free pass on all this because it was the most solid thing about this film. So then he addresses it to Dad, comma, fisherman, comma, ocean.
Yep.
I just put spot on.
Yep.
Later, he's watching his show, and there's the music again. And I'd even put it's like watching Teletubbies. And anyone who's old enough to have had kids during the Teletubby era, you know what a bullet in the brain nightmare that whole thing was. Oh my God. This was the single most annoying thing I've seen in years.
I
This
mean,
little running bit of that show.
I still have trauma from Dora the Explorer.
Oh God. Yeah. Lily was all Dora, Dora, Dora,
Yeah.
Dora. And if you don't know what Teletubbies are, you are just fucking lucky. Uh, so mom drops in, says they need to talk. She's going away with a new friend for 3 days. Kirby, of course, asks, why can't she and dad be together? He asks her to mail his letter to dad. Uh, he doesn't like the babysitter, Lila. And suddenly she shows up, uh, and then a car pulls up and mom is off. Now, I want to just mention this because I have a big bitch about this later. Uh, so Lila walks to the house, like up the road
Yes.
and to the front door. Okay. Walks.
Mm-hmm.
WALK.
There's a very long sidewalk that they use multiple times.
Yes. And as long as we're all on the same page, she walked to that fucking house. It'll make sense. My big bitch later.
Yeah.
Okay. So then this other car pulls up. Mom is off. There's a whole bunch of like to that scene, and I skipped all of it.
Just okay. A couple of things.
Would you like to
very quickly?
Please bring it in.
So mom comes in. She turns off his kid show. She tells him that she's going away with a friend for 3 days. Kirby says, "Oh, what's his name?" And the mom immediately accuses this child, this maybe 10-year-old boy, of being unreasonable.
Yeah.
After he just says, "Oh, what's his name?" She goes, "Oh, you're being so unreasonable, Kirby."
Yeah.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm. Because that, my dear, is rock solid writing.
And then, you know, he asks her to mail the letter. She says, the babysitter's coming over. And he's like, "Oh, she hates me. I don't like her." And apparently mom is leaving right now. She gave Kirby absolutely no warning.
No, it's happening.
It's And then mom and Lila look so much alike that I had to do a double take to make sure they weren't the same person with just different hairstyles.
Yeah, there's a big similarity there.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my thing.
Okay. So anyway, so when mom's gone, Lila just immediately is a bitch. Says outright to Kirby she doesn't like him, but they have to get along. Okay, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna try and save all this towards the end. But he better not get in the way and calls the doll shark stupid, and then shit talks Kirby's dad. Says if she had a kid like Kirby, she'd split too. Now,
she also tells him that his mom's a whore.
Oh, yeah. And then after all that, she's having friends over and he needs to stay out of the way. I don't know what it is with the casual. Oh, here's what I wanted to mention. So on IMDb, it does list this as a comedy. Okay. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, penalties, knockout, banned from the sport, exiled from Earth. That is, there is nothing comedic about this, but I will say this, folks, if you are making a movie and you get whatever is involved, can you please leave the fucking passive child abuse out? Seriously, I'm being very serious. I'm not mocking. I'm not anything. I think it's a horseshit maneuver. There's nothing fucking funny about it. And even in, it's just lighthearted and make believe. You know what? We have enough fucking violence going on against children. We don't need to make fucking believe. So please do better. Write something, without fucking kids, period. Just stop. Just leave it, right? Unless you're writing a show that's all about kids, stars nothing but kids, and is made for kids, back them the fuck out of your brain. And that was like the one big emotion that hit me in this film. It made me very angry.
I get
because
that.
it's stupid and we can mock it and we can laugh about the stupidity of it. But at its core, child abuse is not art. Yeah. So he needs to stay out of the way.
So we're back with the fisherman dad now. And he opens his wallet and just exposits a whole thing. And we see a black and white in his wallet of Kirby holding the shark that dad sent him.
Yeah.
While dad wonders aloud whether his kid got the toy. But wait, there's more. We go back to Kirby, and Lila is telling him it's bedtime. And then we see Kirby in the freeze frame picture that dad was holding. That freeze frame picture is from this scene that happens after.
Okay, can I back this up just a little bit?
Yes.
So when he opens up his wallet, there's a single fucking thing in it.
There's nothing.
Right? Not even like the little cardboard bits when you could buy it brand new from the store. This thing is flat fucking empty.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's a picture. And he's not holding, it's just poof, fills the screen. There's a picture of Kirby and with his fucking shark, while dad, every time we see him, he's talking out loud to himself.
Yes.
For
Yeah, it's
our-
not like voiceover.
No, for our benefit, he's talking out loud to himself because there's nobody fucking around him
I know.
at all. But yeah, and then we see this bit with Kirby, and it's like that's
I know.
that's where they got it from. This
Yeah.
scene right here.
They freeze
This is
framed it.
wild.
So anyway, Lila's threatening to take the shark away if he doesn't go to bed. And then she's talking to someone on the phone about some dude. And I was like, is Lila supposed to be a high schooler? But while she's talking, Sharky the plush, I call him Sharky, is glowing with lightning effects.
Yeah.
And he gets teeth. And he sounds like Frankenstein. Yeah. And I actually love the mean plush of Sharky. So let's talk about Sharky for a minute.
Okay. Can I just back up a little bit? Because
Okay.
I guess I'll talk about Lila because I have some strong emotional comments throughout this about her. She looks like 40 miles of rough road.
Yeah.
So I, like you, was trying to figure out what were they getting at. This cannot be
A high schooler?
a high schooler, and more importantly, mom cannot be like a teen mom. We're way past all that. Way middle age, way past
Yeah.
kind of thing. So it was justified. I'm with you.
Yeah.
It was confusing.
Right. Okay. So there are two versions of Sharky in this film.
Mhm.
There is the regular plush that Kirby gets, which is just like a shark plush.
It's pretty benign.
Could be a whale, maybe. But it looks kind of like a shark. It doesn't have teeth,
No, it does.
but it does have a sharpied on mouth.
It had a little
No.
felty.
No.
And they like. Okay.
Then there's the mean Sharky, who is amazing. Mean Sharky has been modified, is a different plush, or a identical plush that's been modified.
It's the same. Well, they use the same kind of plush, but yeah, they fucking retcon that thing hard.
Yeah, they cut open the mouth. They put a bunch of, I think, resin teeth in it. Covered it in blood, right? The mouth and stuff. Made the eyes look like Towley on South Park.
I was just gonna.
Except that they bug out of the
Yeah,
head.
this thing looks like it took like 400 grams of crank in one
Yes.
sitting.
Yeah. And it
It's
has like
wild.
catfish whiskers. It's incredible. I actually love the mean plush and I want it.
If they made it and marketed it,
Mm-hmm.
tell you what, it would have paid more than every penny. I mean, you don't even have to see the movie. The thing just looks fucking cool.
It does.
I would love it. Kind of like the mask from Redwood Massacre.
Yeah.
The guy who makes them. We never did end up getting one, but
I wouldn't say it's
Yeah.
of the production value of the mask on Redwood Massacre.
no, it's a stuffed animal that's had shit glued to it.
Yeah.
And sewn different ways, but it is fucking crazy, and I would give money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. So Sharky sneaks up to Lila, waits patiently while she finishes making a sandwich, And then there are some people at the pool, which appears to be in the backyard, but I guess it's the neighbors, according to Lila. And she
Yeah.
makes it sound like the neighbors come over into their pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and there is no pool. It's
Yeah.
the neighbor's pool in their backyard.
Yeah.
But somehow that's getting in the way of her fucking evening entertainment plans or something.
Right. So Sharky keeps getting closer and closer to Lila and then is suddenly going out the door, apparently, from this little POV thing. And then it's suddenly night outside, where it wasn't just moments ago. And the couple in the pool was only there to get killed. So Sharky is growling loudly but unheard.
Right.
And the girl in the pool, there's a girl in the pool. The guy doesn't want to get in, so she tells him to change in a shed, but it's a garage.
Yeah.
And all of this takes an enormously long time because I wrote, this is not how you build tension. The guy in the plush, or in the garage, sees the plush toy and immediately says that it's a weird pool toy. And I'm like, why would he think that it's a pool toy? Because there are no pool toys in this fucking garage.
I mean, that's true. Yes. that is accurate.
But sure.
Yeah.
Then the toy is just on him while he's flopping around, and there isn't a whole lot of blood. We're back to the pool girl who's calling for the guy. And then Sharky is reversing his stalking shot to go back to the pool. So it's the same POV shot, right?
Yeah.
But they just played it in reverse. The pool death is very lackluster.
I mean, so the whole thing, we have one of those situations where there's a shot from above,
Mm-hmm.
and we can see 3/4 of the pool, right? There isn't a shark or a shark doll or a doll shark or any,
Yeah,
Three
she just
Musketeers,
keeps
anything.
dunking herself under the water.
Yeah, there's nothing anywhere near
Not even any blood.
this woman. And then suddenly she's going underwater. She's being attacked. She's being pulled under.
Yeah.
Which we can see clearly there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
So, and then we get a voiceover of someone calling for a pipit. And then I think it's a guy calling for his dog. And I'm like, oh, right, the dog earlier. Okay. And then we apparently have people investigating the deaths. Lila, in the house where this all happened, is apparently ignorant of the deaths outside.
Yep.
And she asks what Kirby wants for breakfast. And then she asks him what he wants for breakfast. And he says something like eggs or whatever. And then she tells him to get his own breakfast.
Yeah.
So let's role play this for a second.
Sure.
Hey, sweetheart, what would you like for breakfast?
Eggs, please.
Get your own fucking breakfast, you bitch.
I
I know. Like, what?
That's how it should have played out. And I'm not going to pretend that whoever wrote this meant for any of this to happen
They
this
did.
way. No, that Kirby just like takes it and rolls on. Kirby is like the fucking dude, right? He is the dude. He just rolls through all this bullshit, whatever these grown-ups fucked up things they've got thrown at him. He just, he's like,
Yeah.
fine, I'll get my own fucking breakfast, kind of thing.
Yeah. So the people investigating the deaths, that was all like stock law enforcement footage. Okay. So
Yeah.
then there is a guy at the door of the house looking nothing at all like the stock footage of law enforcement. He's in jeans and a white shirt.
Yes, I have some things to say about him as well.
So he is this you got the two-face thing. So he's asking Lila about the neighbors, and she's like, oh, and he gives her a card. And so he says that they were butchered. It could be an animal attack. And then he goes outside, and it's like he's a different guy.
We had a discussion. Was it two different people?
Yeah.
Like, did someone stand in or shoot the one scene and leave or whatever? But I wrote that this lead detective is so trope He's got sunglasses. He's got the greased back hair. He walks like he's got a board up his ass. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to look intimidating or authoritative,
Mm-hmm.
but he succeeded at neither. Um, and I just made a comment that, oh, there's the next 40 miles of rough road right there on his face. So
Yeah.
I was actually kind of expecting maybe we're going to get a little romance, you know. But,
Oh,
well, I mean, you get someone looks like her, someone looks like him. It almost seems like what else could go wrong?
so he looks at a body, and I swear to God, it's just a picture of a mummy that we are shown.
Yep.
And then he looks at the pool, which is obviously clean, and then determines that there's a psycho on the loose.
Yep.
So then we get this wildly dull news story about some kind of shark problem. And then Kirby's watching his kids' show again. And I, at this point, might kill Kirby myself. Like, I can kind of understand Lila's hatred with this show. And Lila tells him they have to go get groceries, but he has to leave the shark home. And then they leave in this mysterious Kia Soul that just showed up in the driveway.
And here is where I'm going to step in.
Okay.
God damn it. That fucking car was not in that driveway at any other point that we saw any bit of the outside. And just like in Camp Blood Clown Shark, right? Where she walks up to the fucking house from the train station, you know, and that whole thing. And then when it's time for her to go, she just gets in a fucking car and drives off.
Mhm.
We're like, oh, maybe it's the sisters. Okay. But here's the thing. This car would have been sitting there on day one. So when mom leaves, so first of all, right, the babysitter shows up. Like I said, it's the long,
On foot.
yeah, the long fucking walk. Because most of this walking shit is done in real time.
Yeah.
Which, you know, really helps the film's
Everything's
progress.
done in real time.
But I was just so mad. I'm like that. Oh, I hate it, and it seems like such a small thing. But if it's that obvious that there's no fucking car in the driveway at all, and someone comes to pick somebody up and they drive all the way into the driveway and there's no fucking car, where did that come from? Because you haven't gone anywhere, you haven't done anything, you acted like a bitch, went to bed, woke up, treated the kids like shit, and then suddenly you're in the fucking car and off you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the very close-up camera angles of this film are not doing anyone any favors. So
No.
there's a guy trying to break into the house now, I guess. And I was like, ain't much in there to steal, my dude. And then in the car, Lila just is randomly threatening to spank Kirby in the grocery store. And I was like, try it, Lila. We're in the bumfuck white trash land, are we supposed to be? That's just going to fly.
Right.
So back to the thief guy who steals a cordless phone, random junk drawer stuff, coffee filters, donuts, paperwork, and one specific DVD. He did miss the only cool thing I saw in the house, which was a Mars Attacks poster.
Yeah.
He took some more random bullshit, like a shirt, a spray bottle, some underwear. And then he sees the shark and kicks it down the stairs, and it does its little zippy zap thing. And then it's mean shark again. And the guy pushes himself out of frame a few times, intercut with shark teeth. He gets bloody and he's like trying to climb up the stairs, but the blood's on his face. And I'm like, this Shark Plus is just a pretty good guard dog, I guess. You know, stopped a thief.
Yeah, we could look at it that way.
Mm-hmm. So in the car, they're listening to the Shark Doll song.
Yeah.
And it's not clever enough to be meta. It just seems lazy.
Yeah.
So Kirby runs in to watch his show, and I'm starting to think Lila might be right about him being a little shit, because he just runs right inside and she has to carry in all the groceries by herself. And I'm like, that's a little rude.
Isn't it just one fucking bag?
No, it's 2.
Is it 2?
Yeah.
I think I had a note about that.
Did you?
I just wrote, yeah, it seems like Lila has never carried a grocery bag before.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone have so much difficulty outside of the one episode of the Brady Bunch where Carol Brady couldn't figure out how to put fucking ice trays into the freezer.
I mean, it's complex, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like Lila lacks basic skills in day-to-day life.
I don't know. On the internet, there's recipes for ice. So, just saying. Then we see a news report. It's not important. We're done with that now. Lila
Oh,
answers a
oh,
call.
oh, that's cheating.
What? It's not cheating.
It's not okay.
It's her friend
I'll
again. I don't
no,
want
no,
to
no,
talk
no,
about the
no,
news
no, no. We're
report.
going to talk about the news report. We're going
Why?
to talk about because there's a huge disparity to what's going on, and then this news nonsense. It has to be mentioned.
I did
It's
mention it. It's
it,
a news report.
okay. So this is another newscast,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this one's about Amity. And guess Amity what? So they're playing off of Jaws, Amity Island, and it goes on and on and on. And it's terrible, uninformative, and has nothing at all to do anything with this film.
I think I summed all that up with a news report, not important.
I mean,
So Lila's on the phone with her friend again, talking about drugging Kirby to make him go to sleep.
yeah.
So back to Dad, who is notably not doing much fishing. Mostly, it seems like he just moves buckets around behind a building.
Does he actually move them? Because most of the time he's like walking between them and then kind of like looking like off to the horizon, like he sees something or like he's smelling something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No reason to see him because nothing happens.
Yeah, no.
Back to Lila plucking her nose hairs in the mirror or doing makeup or something. And then the cordless phone rings. Sharky thoughtfully put it back.
Must have put it back on the cradle.
Yeah. This shark isn't evil, it's a saint. These killings all seem justified so far to me. So far, what it seems to me is this shark is protecting the kid and the house. And so it was good luck for Kirby. And Dad, strangely, was right. Back to Detective Two-Face. The coroner calls him and says that the people were killed by an animal, a shark. And the detective is a terrible actor, on par with our friend Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
He's dismissive about the whole shark theory. He has to be. It's a movie. The background music makes me uncomfortable. This was also a theme in Camp Blood Clown Shark. And I wrote, it's okay to have silence in a film. Lesson. It's okay. It's okay to have silence in a film.
I guess it depends what you mean by silence.
I mean, brief moments in a film.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could have done without the music.
Yeah.
All of it. And
Yeah.
especially this fucking kids shark show.
Ooh.
It almost feels aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like a punishment.
Yeah. Well, there's a lesson. We can come back around on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay to have some silence in a film. Moments where there's not talking or music.
Indeed.
So then Kirby's asking Lila for dinner. And she tells him she'll be down in a second. And then he's watching his show again. And then there's some clown show. And we actually have to watch this whole thing.
It's a clown talking about sharks.
I tuned out. Here's what I wrote. No sane person would purposely submit someone to this kind of horror. I'm starting to get this company's idea of horror, and it's slowly driving your audience insane by showing them inane bullshit so that they snap. And Jesus fucking Christ, now it's some guy in a fur coat talking about Pokemon sharks.
Oh, yeah, you covered a whole bunch there. Mine kind of went out a little more detail, but we don't need that. I will say this though, I had a note in here.
Mm-hmm.
People, cut your fucking nails. this lead detective dude and the couple others have the gangliest looking fingernails,
Yeah.
and that is a pet peeve for me. You know, that's why I hate open toed shoes because 99% of the planet doesn't like cut their fucking nails, take care of their feet. They're just hideous, hideous. And when you've got an actor, right? And I know people's preferences. They like them a little longer or shorter. You know, I like mine like right to the quick. And, you know, like right now, that's too long. I need to get these knocked down.
I clipped mine today.
Yeah. Well, when you grow yours out, I don't mind it because
Yeah.
you take care of them and they look uniform and clean. These look, I mean, everyone that we've seen in the last few movies, this has been a problem. And this was just like my breaking point because this was gross.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if you look like you've been picking through shit before you know, got onto set, maybe you should get a scrubber
Uh-huh.
and see to it. It's just gross. And with everything else that's been going on, having to watch this, I just snapped. But yeah, we got a clown that's talking about sharks, and then we have this YouTube fucking show with a guy in a fur coat talking about the largest collection of Sharkito Pokemon cards.
Wow, you were way more tuned in than I was.
Nothing to do with anything.
So now we're with Dad.
Yeah.
And he is walking into the basement of some building that somehow has windows everywhere.
Yeah.
And then he's telling his boss slash friend that he needs to go because he feels like something is wrong with his son.
Yeah.
He just has the dad sense, I guess. And the boss tells him to go. And I don't know that we needed any of that. He could have just left. Maybe the lesson here is to look at the scene that you're writing and ask yourself, does this truly need to be in the film? Is there literally anything else that I could do instead that would be better? So back to Kirby eating his ketchup slop for dinner. And Lila tells him to have as much as she wants because she has put sleeping meds in it.
Yep.
And he asks her if toys can come alive. And she tells him no.
Well, he says he puts Doll Shark down, but then finds him in different places, and it's always staring at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. And then he's sleeping in front of the TV because she's drugged him. And she takes his shark and sets it on top of the trash can. And then she answers the phone and it's gone.
Can I just interject something quick?
Well, why don't you take it from here?
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say I had a note. This woman also has apparently never put anything in the trash before.
Nope.
She can't carry a fucking bag. And she had so much problems putting this thing in the garbage. I'm at a loss. I really am. So anyway, yeah, she turns around, does something, looks back, it's gone. Now she's looking for it. It's on a bed randomly.
Oh, in Kirby's sad, sterile bedroom.
Was that it? Because they go into a lot of fucking rooms in this house, and I'm not clear which is for what and why. But anyway, so she's looking for it because that's what you do, right? You put something in the trash, even as poorly as she did, and then when it's missing,
You
you
go
you go
upstairs.
upstairs looking for it because you don't think anything's weird or wrong, right?
Right.
Okay. Um. So she sees it on a bed, and when she goes into the bedroom, she goes to grab it, and then bam, the electricity thing.
Zippy zap.
Yep. And then we have Spooky Doll Shark, and it gets her. Kirby's still knocked out. Then there is just the dumbest digital blood splat on the screen.
Well, it's a blood pool, not a spatter.
Yeah,
that's superimposed on the wall.
Yeah. It's like someone poured blood and you filmed it from underneath like a glass plate. Okay, so now her famous friend, is walking down the sidewalk, the same sidewalk she walked down. Not a fucking car in sight. I just wanted to make that clear. And I even wrote, I'm going to bet that this woman will have a car in the driveway whenever it comes time for her to leave, unless she gets killed. So she rings the doorbell. Spooky Doll Shark roars. Well, nobody hears it.
Of course not.
She peeks in a window. It's like 1 in the afternoon.
I know.
It is high sun. And Lila drugged the kid to be out for like 24 hours. So the friend goes to the back, the door is locked, back to the front, and decides to break in.
Yeah.
And now Doll Shark is laughing. And then there's a car driving. It's dad, but it's night or dusk while he's driving. Friend is now in the house and calling for Lila. She sees blood on the floor in the kitchen. Bam! Doll Shark. She runs up the stairs. They have a POV of Doll Shark following her up the stairs. There's a lot of POV.
And painfully slow pursuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be the equivalent, I would say, of a dachshund with one leg. That's the speed of movement we're getting for these POVs.
Yeah.
And nobody in the world can apparently outrun it.
In fairness, he's a shark, not a land animal.
Well, I mean, that's true, but, all the more reason they could outsmart this thing.
It's true.
Okay, so up the stairs, and this I just put a note in here that this Doll Shark is just the wildest trip, the spooky one.
It is.
Anyway, so the friend is now hiding in the shower. Doll Shark is looking, doesn't see her in the bathroom, moves on to another room. We think, okay, nope, came back, and it gets her.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's blood in the tub. Now this is the blood in the tub that Kirby dreamt of.
Yeah, it's just red paint squirted in the tub.
Yeah, just kind of trickling down into the drain. Now the detective is in a parking garage in broad daylight with a fucking flashlight. There's two idiots walking, talking about Lila having a sleepover. And what the actual fuck is going on? The detective shines the light on them and asks what they're doing out this late. Late? So again, does anyone on this crew know the difference between day and night?
No.
And if there were one, could they have even tried to point it out?
No.
So we're back at the house. The idiots show up. They decide to break into the house because it looks like no one's home. There's no party.
Yeah, this apparently is just fine.
Well,
wherever
that's what I wrote.
Film takes place.
Yeah, I said, where is this filmed? Is this normal in this area where this is being done? This is how you fucking die in Wisconsin.
It's white trash bumfuck though.
Jesus Christ. It's just normal, acceptable behavior, I guess. So anyway, so they look around for a way in. Front window was open, just saying. But they end up, the back door is unlocked. So idiot 1 goes in, idiot 2 finds another back door. Oh, it's the door to the basement. So he goes down, looks around. Doll Shark is there. Other idiot is browsing the fridge, eating and taking stuff out. Downstairs in the basement, the other idiot is falling on the floor. He just trips for some reason. He looks and he sees, I guess, the burglar who was killed earlier, who I would like to point out, when the burglar was being killed, Doll Shark was chewing his feet off, but somehow he had massive amounts of blood coming from the top of his head.
Yeah.
And they'd cut to the shark eating his foot, and then he'd have more blood on his head.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out. So he sees the guy with the bloodied face. Now, rather than have the fucking actor lay on the ground in the scene, right, and bloody up his face like they did, they used a still frame.
Yeah.
From a previous shot. And then, of course, Doll Shark gets him. Idiot upstairs hears something going on, goes down in the basement, sees Doll Shark eating his friend, goes after Doll Shark with a pizza spatula.
That'll do it.
Doll Shark gets him. No screams, just lots of really unsettling, squishy sounds, and some blood squirted on the wall.
The cinematography actually made me dizzy.
It was not well done.
No.
So now detective is outside of the house. Why? None of this has anything to do with anything.
No reason.
I mean, if anything, he'd be next door, right?
Mm-hmm. But
they already CSI'd the whole thing, apparently. So he just walks in the basement door, gun drawn. Because I guess that's, how we do it here. He finds the idiots. And, okay, wait, are there 2 sharks now? because they show a picture of the shark over here, like next to a tub or a chair or something. You can see the
Mhm.
legs of it facing, on the left of the screen, and then cuts to him, and then it cuts back, and the shark is on the right side of the screen next to the dryer. You can tell by the dryer door,
Yeah.
right? And then again over here, I have no idea what in the fuck just happened right there. Um, but there aren't two sharks, much to my dismay, because I was looking forward to trying to figure out how that fucking happened. So he shoots, but we see the doll shark um on each side, and he's missing them. And then he's shooting at head level, by the way.
Yeah.
So the detective runs up into the house. Kirby's tossing in his sleep, which is not, when you drug somebody and they pass out, that's not how it works. So anyway, detective finds Kirby, and just what is the deal with the fucking lighting that is fucking awful?
Oh, the blue filter.
God, yes.
I do want to say Detective Useless, which is what I call him in
Oh,
mine.
sure.
And when he goes up the stairs, he gently speaks into the house. Who's here? You're in danger.
Oh, yeah. Well, if someone hurt him, you might actually have to do some work. Um, so anyway, out of nowhere, Dad shows up and stabs the doll shark
With his sharpened dowel.
with a dowel.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby wakes up suddenly. Now there's a very long scene of face shots cut to Dad at the building by the water. I guess that's his hang. Tosses the shark tooth into the water, and then we see electricity where the shark tooth hit, and then we fade out. And that's all I'm going to talk about. I'm done. I abbreviated some things because let's talk about this fucking movie.
Wait, I want to add one detail.
Please add one detail.
After the shark dies, after Sharky dies, Detective Useless holds it up by the tail, a la Jaws,
Oh yeah.
like it's a catch.
There's a whole lot of stuff here. So let's put this in chronological order. Doll Shark 2022, Camp Blood, Clown Shark 2024.
Yeah.
I will say in the 2 years between the two, I don't think anything was learned. In fact, I think they unlearned.
It got worse.
It was worse. The only thing that is going for this is they picked a lane and they stuck with it, and that was kind of our big thing last episode. Pick a fucking lane, because we had like 5
Yeah, pick a
fucking
villain.
killers. Yeah, and we weren't sure who was what, where, which, and why. So we had the doll shark. Positives. Let's start with those.
Plush.
The plush, right?
Awesome.
Yeah. The regular doll shark, it's fine. It was a cutesy, fat, sharky thing. I mean, it just looked like anything else you could, get in the store.
Like a
And
chubby shark.
yeah, and that's fine. Spooky doll shark, or you call it scary doll shark. Like I said, it's like it reminded me of, this is what a shark would look like if it was Cocaine Bear.
Yes.
I mean, it just
But was also a plush.
but it was also a plush. I am not going to crap on the plush because that's what led us in, because the trailer was full of it.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Mhm.
It was fun looking. And I mean, when you have no money, this is absolutely the way to go. Now, everything else about this film just was shit. And it failed to sell Doll Shark the way it could have been sold. I mean, we both thought it was cool,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's like the one thing going for it.
Yeah, and the trailer looked very good.
It did. So I don't know if they hire someone to make their trailers.
They do.
Okay.
The distributor does.
Oh, well, then there it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of positive lessons here because
I have 0.
I'll start with what I bitched about earlier. If you make a film and you're going to have, abusing kids for, if it's a movie that is relevant to that point, obviously you have to have it in there, right? But that's a drama, and it doesn't belong in a horror at all.
Right. I mean, okay. David Ryan Keith blew up his own kid in a movie.
Yeah, but that's not child abuse. That's just murdering.
It wasn't. And that kid was a dick. Not David's actual son.
No, but the character. Yeah.
Right. And that's fine. Right? I mean, it's on the line, right? There are some people who are going to go, "Oh no, don't blow
Having,
up a kid."
you know, having an adult say terrible shit to a kid, treat them
Hmm.
poorly, and drug them is not funny, it's not witty, and has no place on the screen, period. Now, again, there are movies that are about child abuse, but you know what? If it's not about the thing, you can show how shitty a kid's life is by a few sort of almost innocuous scenes,
Yeah,
right? Ignoring him. Mom drunk on the couch, right?
yeah.
If dad's in the picture, he's strung out or drunk or whatever. Um, Dad beats mom, mom beats dad. You hear it in the background, right? You can present an atmosphere without it directly affecting the child, where you get an idea that, oh man, this kid's got,
Got it
really
rough.
shit life, got it rough. So then we just go from there, right? I take issue with it. I have always taken issue with it. It's just like rape scenes. They're mostly not necessary. But when it comes to kids, just back the fuck off.
I mean, here's why it bothered me in this film.
Okay.
Because it spoke to a culture surrounding the filmmakers and actors and crew of the film, wherein it felt like they did not think this was out of the ordinary.
Well, that this is called a comedy too makes me wonder. Like I said, if you think this is funny, there's just something wrong with you,
Hmm.
right? And I know, this whole thing of the big phrase is I don't want to yuck your yum. Well, I'm absolutely here because a lot of yums, they don't belong. They
Well,
just don't belong.
I also take umbrage with calling an independent film that looks homemade like this a comedy, because that tends to happen a lot. Even if the film isn't intended to be a comedy.
And that's what I wonder.
Right.
Was it the distributor who decided, we got to save the room?
Yeah.
The room is about as much as a comedy as I am an NBA player, right?
Right.
A, because I can't play basketball, and B, I'm 5.5 feet fucking tall. There's no point in trying.
Yeah.
Okay. It's that simple. The room was not a comedy. It was laughably bad.
Yes.
Laughably bad. And so,
There's a difference.
but Tommy, fucking genius that he is, labeled it a comedy and then put it back out in theaters, and people keep going
Hmm.
to this thing. And as awful as it is, we love Tommy Wiseau.
I mean, that movie ends
And
with him offing himself in despair. It's not supposed to be funny.
no, but I mean, there are comedies though. So, Burt Reynolds was in a movie called The End, where he was depressed and everything, and the whole movie he's trying to kill himself, and it goes horribly comically wrong every single time.
Okay.
Right now, in the end, he doesn't. He finds himself when he swims out further than he thinks he can ever get back, and realizes, nope, I don't actually want to do this, and then makes it back. Okay. Um, I'm not opposed to taking subjects that are sensitive like that and putting a comic slant on them, because that's the whole thing, like stand-up comics. If a
Sure.
stand-up comic doesn't talk about shit that upsets people, they have nothing to fucking talk about. And we won't have stand-up comedy, right?
Right.
There's things that we're like, ah, ha, 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 and then that comic will hit just like this flat line for us,
Yeah.
but other people laugh. And same thing, we're laughing at shit, and somewhere it flatlined for somebody else.
Oh,
So I
absolutely.
get that. And the whole thing of art is subjective, but I think morally, as a fucking people, right, who have some sort of consciousness, we need to be able to look at things and go, you know what, that's not funny, that's not appropriate, that doesn't need to be there, because it doesn't do anything, and we're not like talking to it. We're not talking of it. Like, to me, it's just child abuse. That's all we witnessed here.
Right. And it's not
You
meant to
know,
start a conversation about how you treat kids.
no, it's just, but yeah, what you said about the culture thing, it makes
Hmm.
me wonder, if somebody's not home, can you just break into their fucking house and that's okay? Because like I said,
Apparently.
here, you'll get shot fucking dead.
Yeah.
And in Texas, you'll get shot dead before you get to the house.
Hmm.
Like, nope, I don't know you. Gone. Right? So I just don't get it. And I don't think it's flattering. They didn't do themselves any favors. I will
No.
just say that. And yes, it's judgmental. And yeah, maybe I'm on my high horse, but you know what? I don't come I don't come from anywhere where that shit is okay. I
Yeah.
just, yeah. So that aside, retroactively speaking, So Camp Blood Clown Shark didn't show any growth
No.
from this movie in those 2 years.
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and say they're not in it for the craft. They're just in it to make a few bucks, because clearly they must be. You don't get involved in that many films without making money.
Right.
I mean, even if it's like $100, because you don't make a lot. I
No.
mean, this whole venture that we're getting into with writing the script, if the thing kicks off indie wise, right? We might get a couple $100.
We could make literally tens of dollars.
Tens, I know we could, yeah. And if we're like super lucky, we could be 100 airs,
Yeah.
right? And that's what it's about. I get it, but also I would like to think if we were making films ourselves, you know, like if we were able to make the short and we just kept going, that I would like to think I would get better. Because I think back to when I started taking my first pictures when I was, fucking 10 years old,
Mm-hmm.
right? As compared to when I was a photographer actually making money. Clearly, I grew, I
Right.
learned, and applied those lessons. Nothing, nothing. This was just like watching Camp Blood Clown Shark in terms of the lighting and the sound. It was that same shit. They're in the same room face to face, and yet somebody sounds like they just walked into the fucking kitchen and they're shouting their lines,
I know.
even though you see them right next to each other. Um, the effects, clown shark, blah, 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 doll shark aside,
Mm-hmm.
eh, it the trailer made it look like it was gonna be fairly, all right
Uh-huh.
for a no budget, low budget thing. But the common sense behind if a shark is eating your foot off, you don't your head's not going to bleed like somebody just drove a spike into your head, right? This guy's got blood coming down his face, and then more blood, and then the shark's down there. There's no blood by where the shark is, by the
Right.
way. So, yeah,
Okay. So let's pivot on this for a little bit.
sure,
I want to suggest a thought exercise
okay,
because we talked about Camp Blood Clown Shark and all the problems that it presented. This movie is an earlier movie from the same company, different actors, different,
hmm,
director, writer, whatever. Doesn't matter because it's essentially the same film. Um, so instead of, I mean, if you want to hear the lessons, just go back to our Camp Blood Clown Shark episode and listen to all that. What
yeah,
we're going to do instead, I'm proposing,
sure,
is come up with ideas that would have improved this film. I'll start. Sharky, instead of being a demon shark, protects Kirby,
I mean, I like that, but here's let's
a
let's
doll shark of vengeance.
let's noodle on that for a
Okay.
second. Let's analyze. I have no idea what the fucking deal with this shark thing was supposed to be anyway. I don't. The devil shark? Maybe if you're going to include that, maybe actually have some story in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a whole lot, just like Camp Blood, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to call it Clown Shark for short, because that's just too long. And so, like that movie, a good portion of this could have been edited out because it was pointless. Um, and you could have filled that with what is this shark? Is it a devil shark, possessed shark kind of thing? Is this like they're trying to get on to like Moby Dick sort of fucking thing? I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, workshopping that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dad didn't need to be in this film. Babysitter didn't need to be in this film, right? So here's what we do instead, right? Because what's working as you're filming,
Yes.
and you go, the shark plush is working. This kid is, I think, the best actor in this film. Let's focus on those two things. Okay.
Okay. Before we go on, can I just say, well,
Yeah.
because I heard you say it, and I know you didn't mean it like this. We're not saying the kid is the best actor in this film because of his level of bad acting makes everyone else, that much worse. He legitimately delivered lines and very amateur. I mean, obviously they just
He's a
grabbed
kid.
some kid, right? He probably had like 2 weeks to be told what to do and how to do it. but he did a good job. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah,
He's like the shining light in this whole production.
he
This
is.
this little actor really just did his job and
He
did it
did.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah. So because just the way it came out, it's like
I
it could
get
have been
you.
very sarcastic.
I sound sarcastic sometimes. So here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay, Kirby is a sweet little kid in a terrible situation, and he loves this show and he loves his plushie. Dad's not in the picture. We don't need to worry about him. We don't even need to have any of him in the film. We start with Kirby. He's got his sweet plushie. He likes his stupid show. He's got a shit life. The power of a child's imagination. Or, alternatively, some spirit inhabits this shark, or something inhabits this shark, or someone sees Kirby being mistreated and is like, I'm gonna help this kid out. And they cast a spell, I don't care, something on this shark that actually legitimate, makes sense.
Yeah.
And then from then on, everyone who fucks with Kirby gets eaten.
Well, so we could have dad in there. Dad could be abusive to mom. It could be abusive to Kirby, right? That would be the story on why the shark, because it's like the guardian angel thing,
Yeah.
right? So it could be any number of things. We don't even need to like workshop that. Whatever magical, mystical fuckery happens, the shark comes alive.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And I think that would have been way better. He could be bullied at school,
Yeah.
right? So the shark brings him comfort, brings him joy. That fucking show, get rid of it and mention it only, right? Because we don't need it. It didn't sell the shark. Because, first of all, the shark just fucking showed up
Yeah.
with dad stuffing it in a fucking box after that debacle of whatever that beginning was. And the tooth, which didn't protect him. He wasn't even wearing, I mean, it just,
Well, the dad, I don't know if you remember, stabbed the tooth into the plushie.
I don't, and I don't
He
think it.
did. Yeah, he stabbed it into the plushie
Well, where did he even find the fucking tooth?
from the devil shark that he killed.
No, he sent the tooth to the kid.
He killed the devil shark.
Yes, pulled
He
the tooth
pulled the
out.
tooth. He stabbed the tooth into the
Oh, is that
plush
what he
shark.
did?
Just stabbed it right in there. So it was inside the plush.
No, I thought she pulled out the tooth and just like threw it on the table or something.
No.
Anyway,
No.
So folks, if you have listened to our show for interviews aside, because that's a different format. If you've listened to at least the last 5, episodes about films, you know how we get into it. I mean, we see shit that people don't see. We see shit that people who made the films didn't remember, don't realize.
I know.
Right? We get in depth. It speaks volumes, at least for me, that I got my notes, but there's just so much that I just don't have in my head because this was a labor to get through.
It was.
And we're not here to shit on. That's not what the show is. It's just let's just shit on everything.
We don't want to.
But we're also not going to hold back. Jesus Christ, this was a fiasco. Yeah, I don't. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't think any amount of workshopping in the hands of this production crew would have made a fucking bit of difference. We could have given them any one of our scripts, and we wouldn't recognize it. I promise you. It's Blood Rain all over again. That woman wrote this fantastic adaptation, sold it, and then the director rewrote it and just hate fucked the whole idea.
Yeah, except that movie was still better than Blood Shark.
Well,
or
yeah.
Doll Shark or whatever it is. Camp Blood Clown Shark. We're done with shark movies for a while, by the way.
Yeah, it just happened to show up. Now, here's the funny part.
We just got on a shark kick.
So, first of all, at the end of the viewing, when we were done, Lily once again couldn't help but vocalize her feelings on, why do you guys do this? Why do you watch this stuff? And the answer, I was, we said it before, but I told her
Because we love it.
it was we'll watch 1,000 of these movies. Out of that 1,000, about 700 will be okay. Out of that 700, 200, 250 will be like, this is really fucking good,
It's pretty good.
pretty good. But, and then the other 300 are just absolute turds.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a fact. It just is. I mean, we've had ones that we watched one where we thought it was because of the service and stuff and whatever. I remember we got it through a different media, and it's like they forgot to put the sound on it.
Oh, yeah.
We had to turn it up so loud that the speakers were hissing.
Yeah.
And then still, it was just kind of like, like, oh, fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be an addendum. Folks, send us your stuff. Just the rule is we need to be able to view it. Second rule, we need to be able to hear it. Because God, it's so much work. There's a million ways this could have been better. The story was just ridiculous. It fell into the trap of as the second they left the house to go shopping, Lila and Kirby, a rando breaks in,
Yeah.
right? Clearly the house next door is empty because there should be police tape everywhere,
Right.
right? But there was none. In
Yeah.
fact, I don't even know if there was a house next door to that other side because we just don't know. But uh, anyway, that's the failing of indie film and beginning screenwriters. Um, Quit making shit up to make it up. Okay, the whole thing with Dad makes no fucking sense. And if you have somebody lone character on a screen, do not have them talking out loud to themselves, detailing to us what they're fucking doing.
Expositing.
Like so out of the blue, he calls his son, right? Now, if he has this fucking shark and he's got nothing happening, clearly because he's been hanging out in the back of that fucking building this whole time,
Right.
right? He's got nothing going on. Why didn't he get in the car and take the fucking shark
Right.
to his son, right? So clearly he just doesn't give much of a shit. That's what I got out of it. Now, all of a sudden, after the guy steals the phone and the shark kills him and then apparently puts it back, he decides to call. And the whole time he's talking out loud. Nobody's answering. Why is nobody answering? Something must be wrong. Kirby must be in danger. What in the fuck?
I know.
It just, this movie, these last two films, it makes sense now. All the things that were infuriating about Clown Shark,
Yeah.
because it seems to be the whole thing. This is the way they operate. This is their MO.
Yeah. Driving people insane.
Yeah. Doing films in this fashion, and it doesn't work.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make a so bad it's good cult hit.
I think what they're doing is they're making shit that they know the distributor can make a suitable trailer for and at least hook somebody like us, fucking hook us in, and we're doing it for the show. But there's a lot of times where it's like 1 a.m. and we're like, let's put something on,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just to watch. And it's so late and the movie's so bad. The combination of the two is just such that I don't have the energy. Let's just fucking weather it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna flip it. I'm not gonna spend another 20 minutes looking for something. Just fuck it. We're here.
Yeah.
So they get one view at least. I guess that adds up to something. Trick 1 million people, you get 1 million views, right?
That's right.
None of them have to like it. You still get money from Tubi.
But please don't do that. It's
Yeah,
an affront
that's like
to the
using
art of cinema.
that's like using AI to generate content and not doing anything yourself. But anyway,
So,
yeah, the lessons here are the same as before. Sound, lighting, absolutely essential. Get someone who knows how to work the camera. Uh, Learn how to do post production. learn how to color correct, learn how to frame,
I mean,
just all the basic stuff. But
one actually good lesson that isn't the same as Camp Blood Clown Shark
sure.
is um if you don't have the money to make your killer scary, like genuinely scary.
Hmm.
I mean, there was nothing wrong with that plush.
No,
It was amazing,
this see Camp Blood Clown Shark
but you
is,
can do it
like you said
on a
when we
budget.
were discussing it, is actually a backwards slide,
Yeah.
right? The doll shark was more fun and believable than the clown shark because it wasn't just the clown shark.
No.
It was just all of these lessons are actually fucking useless and pointless. The first thing you got to do is learn how to fucking write. I'm serious.
I get it.
We've seen $1 million productions with just the shit writing. And it's like, wow, at least all those people got paid to build those sets and do that thing. And whoever they hired to play the parts got some money. But fuck, man, this was the worst,
Yeah.
right? Nothing could save it. And that's a doll shark. There really isn't anything that can save it because the working cogs behind the whole thing don't know thing one from thing two.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's fair to just say that they just are lousy filmmakers because we've seen people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. The one that we were going to interview, I can't remember the name of it. It was before we took our break.
Oh, okay.
The kids, the
Oh.
film school kids who
Oh yeah.
made that post-apocalyptic film.
Yeah, that was
The
good.
sound was hairy as shit, but they were working with what they got, and you could tell
Mhm.
they really tried.
Yeah.
But that whole thing was as amateur as could be. But holy shit, they hit the marks,
Yeah, they
right?
did it.
They had continuity of shot. You weren't running from the left screen, then from the right side, then
I
from the
know.
left side. They kept things going. The story was engaging.
Mhm.
It actually made sense. The actors that they used, they certainly weren't top notch because mostly just them. So well,
Yeah.
let's just fucking make this. Um, but they sold it, and it kept us from beginning to end wanting to see more and see where it's going,
Yeah.
in spite of the lousy lighting here because they're outside and they couldn't. It's hard to shoot outside if you don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of lighting equipment and camera.
Mhm.
You know, I should say camera and lighting equipment because camera's the number one thing.
There you go.
Um, More expensive, more you can do. But that was wonderful.
It
I
was.
loved watching that
The
film.
Barons.
The Barons, yes.
Yeah.
Well done,
Thank
baby.
you. Pulled
Um,
that out of the vaults.
yeah, so folks, go out and look for, I don't even know if it's out there anywhere. It should
Barons? It
be.
should be.
It should be. The Barons. It is really earnest effort. It's
Yeah.
like we took everything we could and did it. But here's the thing. They they put time into the craft. And it begins and ends with writing,
Mhm.
right? If the page is shit, you don't even bother. Don't even bother because nothing you do is going to sell it. And you're not going to get it's so bad it's good or so bad it's funny. Those that comes from the earnest efforts
It does.
where they basically imagine we've got $500 cash. Okay. Now we have iPhones, iPads, we got a couple HD those Sony cameras that are zoom so they're not interchangeable lenses. But we have stuff, right? And I've
Yeah.
got a Canon we could put some lenses on because we use that to shoot the footage for our
Quarantine
yeah.
Rex.
Um we can make a film, obviously. Okay. It'll come out how it comes out. So we have all that. So that $500 is going to go towards special effects, and we're gonna do Dune. We're gonna
Okay.
shoot Dune.
Okay.
Okay. Now, whether you've seen the 1984 version of Dune or Dennis V's, I've heard people keep pronouncing his name differently.
Villeneuve?
I just Dennis V because it's like I don't care,
Okay.
and we'll get into it. Um, yeah, we're gonna match them. We're gonna match them. All right. Now we're gonna have hokey as fuck effects. We're going to have miniatures and models. We're going to use like Star Wars figures that are spray painted for
D&D
back and
figures.
stuff. Yeah, we're going to like shit for special effects. We're going to, rip apart models for a sandworm. We're going to use like a dryer vent to all this shit.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing though. The people that we get to act in it are like in it, right?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm an actor. I'm going to act
Hmm.
to the utmost of my ability. So someone watching this is going to see these performances. They're going to see a good story, but but every scene is going to have just some wild ass shit, cheesy fucking effects. I mean, Anton, right, for Space Trucker Bruce, nailed it.
He did.
He
Yeah.
built those fucking sets himself and they worked. And then he did the CGI with Blender. Um, and it worked.
Hmm.
It was still funny, but it wasn't like so bad it's funny. It was good.
Yeah.
It was very homey and comfortable. Our version of Dune for $500 would only get laughs, and it
Yeah.
would be a cult classic because that's what people love. That shit. They're like, oh man, they tried so hard,
But we would try so hard.
and that's just it. Um, but the writing has to be good, otherwise, it's all just a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone who made it and us having to watch it and put 2 hours into it. Um, writing, writing. So if you're thinking of like, oh, I need to go to film school, no, I encourage you to take writing courses. I encourage you to get into groups. I encourage you to learn the art of writing and how to write a story via script.
Yeah. Read a bunch, write a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know.
read stuff. And here's the thing when we say writing. So screenwriting is very different than writing in general, right?
Right.
So I've got, a novel on the shelf behind you, almost a
Yes.
1,000 pages. All right. Now, in a script form, that's going to look very, very, very different. And just like every adaptation, I would have to make changes and stuff because writing for the page in a book doesn't always translate to screen. So if you're writing for the screen and you're writing a screenplay, you need to know how to write that. So I would say read screenplays. And folks, almost everything is out there.
It is. You can
Almost
get a
everything.
bunch of screenplays
Think of
online.
your favorite film, go search on that screenplay and read it.
Yeah. I
Read,
mean,
you know,
90% chance it's out there.
yeah. Or even something close. But if you love film, you have a lot of movies to choose from,
Hmm.
right? So see how the structure is, see how they build suspense. It's very different. Stephen King builds
Look in the
suspense,
genre that you want to write in.
especially, yeah. Like Stephen King builds suspense in his novels very differently than they do in the films
Yes.
because there's just different mechanics
Hmm.
at work. We have the imagination, right? And the cadence of reading, and then we have visuals in movies.
Yeah.
So learn that, I implore you, because if you do that, all the other stuff won't matter. Do
Right.
your earnest effort. Make your $500 special effect version of Dune, right? Learn how to rewrite the script to suit what you want it to look like and be what length you want. Find people who are serious about it, not just somebody who's a friend's like, oh yeah, I think that'd be cool. And just to fill the void, right?
Hmm.
And I mean, people do it and it's fun and stuff, but I'm speaking from if you're serious and this is what you want to do and you want to get somewhere and you want to get to a point where people know the name Silas Dahl and Lowell Dean and they're getting millions of dollars for productions now rather than, you know,
Yeah.
Kickstarter for
A fact.
10,000,
Yeah.
and we'll do what we can. Um, you have to be serious about it.
Hmm.
But without the writing, none of the other stuff you do, you could be a wizard at CGI. You could be a fucking excellent cinematographer. But a pretty picture of shit is still shit. you know.
Well,
Yeah, I'm very angry because it was just like watching the same movie again
it was.
and it was less fun.
Yeah.
I mean, Clown Shark, we had a little fun. We had some positives. This, I can't. I can't excuse any of it because I think I saw deeper into the underbelly of what they think is okay and funny and cool.
Right.
And I am. I am just diametrically opposed to all of it. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So, sorry if it sounds hostile, listeners, but just wasn't good. And if you want to watch it, knowing what you know, dive in. I suggest if you're someone who likes to drink, go down to the corner store,
Well, you
grab
could make a drinking game out of it.
every time they say a word, drink.
Every time you have to hear that song.
Oh, that's not even enough. No, every time someone opens their mouth, take a drink because you'll need it halfway through. I was gonna say get like a case of 40s and an hour before you hit play, prep. Start
Pre-game it.
prepping. Yep, pregame it with your friends and dive in.
Yeah.
Um,
Or smoke a whole joint to yourself before you do it.
God, something.
Yeah.
Or find 80 pounds of cocaine and,
No.
and end up looking like that shark.
Don't do that.
No. Okay. That was Doll Shark.
Mm-hmm.
A whole movie of what not to do
Mm-hmm.
and inspiration to um I guess if anything, let it inspire you to put that much more effort into being as good as you can be with the skills you have right now and take it seriously and have fun making film, but I mean it's a business
Yeah.
at one point. um yeah, look at this and be like, nope, 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 I am not going, nope, I will not be like that. And that, my friends, is the lesson.
Well, if you want to listen to us talk about other movies and the lessons in which we learned, you can check out our website.
lordsofmisruleproductions.com.
It's all there. Links to everything. Our Patreon. Please check out our Patreon.
Yep,
Become a
sign up.
patron. At some point we'd like this podcast to break even at the end of the
I'd
year.
like for it to make any money. Break even is almost like stretch goal at this point. I would just like to see some sort of income.
Just
But
something.
yeah.
Something.
Oh, curiously.
Okay.
So we're on like all kinds of platforms and stuff. We're on the platform Good Pods,
Mm-hmm.
which is still relatively in its infancy. But it's growing, growing, growing. And we are number one in the top 100 in what was it, 5 categories?
Yeah.
And then number two in 2 of them. And then we're like number 3 and 11 in like 4 or 5 more.
All sort of like film review related.
No, film review, visual arts, stuff. It's based on what the categories that they have.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the fuck me sideways of any platform. Spotify's categories are way different than Apple's.
Yeah.
And they're way different than Amazon's. So, you do what you can. But I mean, I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of foreign audiences growing and stuff. So, we take this seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Take your film seriously.
Yeah.
Your filmmaking. Everything's on the website. And while you're listening to stuff, whatever you're listening on, please like, subscribe, rate, review, share.
Comment even.
Yeah. Give us some comments. Send us an email. You can send us an email about anything you've worked on, whether you've written a film, directed a film, worked on a film as an actor or crew. You can write us about an episode that you listened to,
Yeah.
a thought you had, or,
Right?
just kind of banter back and forth, whatever. We're all for it. We're all for it.
We are.
Yeah. And obviously, if you have something that you want us to watch, please, if it's yours, even better, because you know what? We probably want you on the show to talk to you.
We do.
Yeah.
Speaking of people on the show to talk to, if you recall, earlier this year we talked to a gentleman named Eric Miller.
Yes.
A writer. And he just put out his book, Whatever Happened to Uncle Ed.
Mm-hmm.
I finally got to it on my reading list. It hasn't been that long. It's been like you know,
It was just a couple episodes ago, or
yeah,
a few episodes ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
I read books pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I am in the middle-ish of it and very much enjoying it. So I recommend picking up Whatever Happened to Uncle Ed.
And if you want to go back and look at the episode, or look at it, listen to the episode in the show notes on every platform,
Hmm.
should be the link to his book on Amazon.
Yeah.
Also a link to his website. Go check it out. Eric is really cool. Listen to the interview. He's just a really fun dude. And we'll work on getting him back on
Hmm.
to talk about some sort of shared something.
Yeah.
Because he was really just a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm excited to, see kind of what happens at the end of the book because it's interesting and it's spooky and I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, don't even, bring it up. What would be cool is if there was interested in someone making something out of that.
I could see it as actually I could see it as a series.
Oh, that could work too. Anyway, we'll, do whatever. So anyway, yeah, whoever you are, send us stuff. We'll chat via email. We'll maybe, have you on for an interview and talk about the filmmaking, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, grow this thing, grow this indie film movement, which sounds weird, right? Because it's not like it's brand new. It's been
It's not.
around forever.
Yeah.
And it's pretty big,
Yeah.
but there's still a lot of room to grow. And a lot of people who don't, I mean, people I work with, a lot of them clueless into almost every movie I mention.
Yeah, that's a regular experience with us.
Yeah. Oh, can we close with Lily's thing?
Okay.
The
Oh
vampire?
God. Oh God.
Please.
Okay. So here's an insight into our home life.
Yes.
The other night, Lily, we're all just hanging out in the living room, chatting. And Lily asked Jim, "What is that movie you were watching with the zombies and the lesbians?"
She was making a comparison to something we were talking about or just seen, and she wanted to bring up that film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she asked you that question. What is the movie with the zombies and the lesbians?
And at first, I did it. And at first, I was like, what? She goes, it was the lesbians, and they were stuck fighting zombies, and then they had to go find this guy and thing.
And I was thinking, and I said, "Lily, this is going to sound so bad. I'm so sorry. You are going to need to be more specific."
Way more specific. And she just looked at us, and we had to explain to her, I understand and I appreciate very much her wanting to be so specific that she could nail it, right?
Yeah.
And have the
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
conversation. But what she didn't understand was that wasn't even close to breaking this one particular film out of a group. So what does she do when you're explaining to her? When you're explaining to her, we watch so many movies. She looks up lesbians and zombies.
Yeah. Lesbian zombie movies.
Yeah. And
She goes, "Oh my God, you're right."
oh my gosh, just so many. We're like, yeah, that's why it all seems the same to us.
Yeah. Um,
All right.
you would think that would be very specific, but turns out.
Nope, not in this household. When it comes to you and I, you got to nail that bitch down to like thesis level.
I know.
All right. Okay, B-siders, do your thing. Make your movies. Write your stuff. Work on your writing. Make it like superhero level.
Yeah.
Right? Make it flow. Make me want to know about it. And more importantly, make me want to watch it. And then do something so I can watch it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
until next time,
Mm-hmm.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Jim.
We'll catch you later, B-siders.
Bye.